Hi, my name is Gus Olson. I've been flirting with women in real life for 12 years, and in this video, I want to give you a very underrated way on how to get over your approach anxiety. As I said in the beginning of this video, I've been flirting with women in real life for 12 years. In the last few years, though, I've also been coaching other logical men to talk to women in real life and to get over their anxieties. Now, there's an interesting story that happened recently. I was in Italy with some of my friends, and these friends, they're not beginners. They're actually doing quite a lot of real-time approaches. However, in this time, this was happening during the night, and during the night, it is slightly different because it's a bit more intense environment. There's a lot more people around. It's a lot louder. They were actually struggling to approach women, even though they were, again, no beginners by no means. And they were struggling a lot. And normally, look, I don't coach my friends. However, I gave them one very, very simple piece of advice that completely changed the entire dynamic. At the beginning of the night, they were not able to do any approaches at all because it was just too rowdy and too loud. And by the end, they were laughing, having fun, and they did 8 to 10 approaches each. And one of them actually stayed with one of the girls, kissed them, and it was a fun night. And the advice that I gave them was, take out your phone and set a 1-minute timer. And by the end of that minute, you have to approach at least one girl. Doesn't matter if she's your perfect type, doesn't matter if you think she's gonna be your future girlfriend, you have to approach her before the time runs out. And it's the same thing that I actually do with my students. This is why I told them this. And even though initially it seems, well, it's not gonna do that much difference, it kind of did, because it literally forces you to You see the time, and you don't want the time to run out because that's your entire goal. And then you just talk to someone before the time runs out. It's like that extra push that you need. And I think the reason that it works so good, because it gives you a deadline. It's the same thing with university when a professor tells you that you need to write an essay. And they give you maybe 1 month to complete that essay. Most people will finish that essay 1 day before or on the same night as that essay is due. But if the professor tells you you have 3 days, otherwise you fail this class, you probably will finish that essay within those 3 days. So if you give yourself no time limits, what ends up happening is you go out, you try to talk to women, but you just walk around for 30 minutes, 1 hour, not talking to anyone or talking to barely one person, and then you waste your time. You waste hours, and by the end of the night, you've talked to only few women or no women at all. However, if you give yourself 1 minute, then it's much more likely that you talk to someone in that under 1 minute. And if you do it a few times, if you, let's say, do even 10 timers under a minute, and let's say that you succeed even 50% of the times, in 10 minutes, you've talked to 5 people, which is way more than most of you guys watching this channel. And it's so effective, so easy, that is so underappreciated. And everyone has a phone. Everyone can put a timer. So literally, if nothing else has worked for you, next time you go out to a real life situation where there's a few women around and your main problem is that you're struggling to talk to these women, put on a timer and try to talk to them. And literally try to force your brain, look, no matter what happens, my main goal is I cannot let that timer run out. And your goal is not to get a number, not to find a girlfriend, not to get laid that night. Your goal is literally not to let the 1 minute run out. And if you can do that, if you can focus all your activity and all your brain power onto that, you will do the approaches. And what is the cool thing that happens when you start doing approaches? You get in a better mood, you're more social, and you're talking to more women, and then your conversations actually get better because you're more confident and you start having more fun, which makes you approach even more, and bam, you're having a great night. So really try this thing, try to do the timer and try to set a limit, and with this limit, force yourself to approach within that time limit. And it's a very high probability that you will do way more approaches than you have done. Now, this is only one of the things that I teach to my private students in my mentorship. Not only I give them specific time constraints, I give them individualized ways to warm up. I push them in real life interactions while I'm on a call with them live with other students watching. We push each other outside of their comfort zones to get over their approach anxieties. I'm teaching them my conversation framework on how to flirt with women, which is unscripted. There are no corny lines, but at the same time, there is some structure in the chaos. And I teach them how to get their own style of flirting. And also I'm giving them feedback on their conversations with women, again, because I'm on a call with them. And all the students in my private mentorship are getting their first dates ever with beautiful, attractive women. And in the process, they're becoming confident, more socially adept, charismatic individuals. If this sounds something interesting, click on the first link below, check out the mentorship page, check out their transformational stories, and book a call with me to speak about it. Who knows, you might be a good fit, and this might be an exciting journey for you. It's Gus Olsen, and I'll see you in the next video.